Hello dear students, so today I am presenting a second part of where only the forfeitures and reissue of shares. This problem contains only the forfeitures and reissue of shares, and this type of problems carry generally 3 to 4 marks. Besides that, problems which contains issue, forfeitures and reissue. The problem carry 8 marks, but the today class problem which I am going to solve, that is the 3 to 4 marks. Apart from that problem, issue, forfeitures and reissue of shares, so then a separate one more problem comes in examinations and which carry 3 to 4 marks, and in these last 3 journal entries only either this kind of problems where you need to pass only 3 journal entries, and that is why the marks carry 3 to 4 marks only. And in this problem, so that is this is the last part of the first problem, and we here you have to see that once again welcoming to you all to this educational channel which is popular by name Accounting Equations Academy. And today I am presenting a simple problem, company chapters with regard to forfeiture and reissue of shares. In the preceding video class from the company chapter, in which you had been learned on issue, forfeitures and reissue of shares, a problem contain all these. In addition, one more problem that you have to solve, and the problem contains only 3 journal entries, that is forfeiture journal entry, reissue journal entry for transferring the capital profit amount on reissue of forfeited shares. But in the preceding classes you have found that there are more than almost we had passed 9 journal entries, but in this case so only you have to pass 3 journal entries, and that journal entries are containing only the last 3 from the bottom, immediately 3 journal entries. A problem containing only 3 journal entries also comes in the examinations, and today I am going to discuss with you that kind of problem along with the solutions. So have a look at questions on the screen. So the type of question is limited forfeited 200 equity shares of rupees 10 each, which were issued at a premium of rupees 2 per share. Company forfeited the shares due to non-payment of share allotment money rupees 900 and a final call money of rupees 1. And out of these 200 shares, 150 shares of these shares were subsequently reissued at rupees 8 per share as fully paid up. Pass journal entries for forfeitures and its reissue. Referring to preceding problem on company chapters which is uploaded, that problem contains issue of shares, forfeiture of shares and reissue of forfeited shares, and this is a problem, as I told you, that containing only forfeiture of shares and reissue. This type of question is framed by taking the last part of usual problem. In the last part of usual problem, which contains that a company forfeited certain number of shares due to non-payment of allotment or final call money or both, and subsequently the same shares or subsequently these shares reissued at certain price by taking. So this is the last portion of a normal problem which contains issue, forfeitures and reissue of forfeited shares, and it is this question is taken. So that portion is taken and a separate question is drafted. Forfeited shares of rupees 10 each. So this is the phase. Now this 10 rupees this 10 rupee per share is reissued at rupees 8 per share. There is a difference of loss. In 1 share 2 rupees loss. So then 150 shares issued. So 150 into 2, so 300 rupees. So this is the questions, and we have details analyzed. the questions containing informations. And now you see the solutions on the base of this problem. So your journal entries are to be recorded, which are given as follows. Journal entry will start from the forfeiture entry, no issue entry, that is applications, allotment, and first. And as I told you, the last three journal entries are usually passed in this type of problem, and these journal entries are as follows here. The first journal entry, so share capital account debit, which is a 200 shares forfeited, and the face value of each share is rupees 10. The face value of rupees 10 each share is fully called up. It is not partly called up, it is fully called up, and that is why when the value shall be used for which is fully called up by the company. And 200 into 10, 2000 rupees is the total value of share forfeited. So yeah, this is 400 rupees. The security premium money is a default, and it is since the shareholder is defaulted in the payment of allotment money, and he has defaulted in the payment of security premium money also. Okay, and it is to be understood, since it is not mentioned in the question when the security premium money is payable to the company. If it is not given, we have to assume that this amount is included share allotment money, and it is payable at the time of payment of share allotment money. Then it is given equity share allotment account, it is given in the questions 900 rupees he defaulted. Similarly, final call money he defaulted rupees 100, so then he has paid only 500 rupees. So this is, and then what is the amount the shareholder already paid? This is rupees 500, it is already paid. Then this is the forfeitures entry, and then the next journal entry is a reissue. So reissue entries are this: company gets money, so bank account debit. The face value of share is rupees 10. These were reissued, about these shares reissued at rupees 8 per share, and the loss per share is rupees 2. So 150 into 2, rupees 300. And by issuing of these shares, company receives 1,200 rupees. This is 150 into 8, and the total value of the share, that is the total face value of the share is rupees 1500. 150 into 10, 1500. Then in this mechanism, or reissue profit made by company on reissue of shares, a separate entry, journal entry, share forfeited account 75 rupees. This is the profit. So this is the share forfeited account, balance transfer to capital reserve account 75 rupees, and this 75 rupees debit and credit is calculated. This is the profit on reissue of forfeited shares equal. So then here it is given, this is the forfeited amount. Forfeited amount is this 500. Forfeited amount divided by number of forfeited shares into number of reissued of forfeited shares is reissue of forfeited shares, and the minus, this is the minus loss on reissue of forfeited share. This is the reissue, so you read it, reissue. Forfeited amount 5, capital gain, capital profit. This is the share forfeited account. This is the share forfeited amount. When company forfeit the shares, company forfeits the amounts of forfeit the shares as well as amount. Shares means cancel, forfeitures cancel, and amount is also forfeits. The calculations can be done in this manner, like here rupees company has forfeited 200 shares, 200 shares, and forfeited amount equal rupees 500. So in one share forfeited 500 divided by 200 shares. So then 2.5. In one share forfeited amount is rupees 2.5. Therefore 150 shares, as it is reissued, the shares are reissued, so rupees 2.5 into 150 equal rupees 375. That is, look here, 2.5 into 150, 375. So then this 375 rupees is the proportionate amount of 150 forfeited shares. Now company has not issued 50 forfeited shares. 50 forfeited shares, then for 50 forfeited shares the forfeited amount would be 2.5 rupees into 50, so then it will become 125. Okay, so then subsequently when company reissue these 50 shares, and at that time loss on reissue of forfeited shares shall be adjusted from this 125 rupees, and the balance amount shall be transferred to capital reserve account, capital reserve account, with the help of journal entry share forfeited account debit to capital reserve account. Now same journal entry will be passed in this case for 150 shares issued. So loss on, that is the loss on reissue of 150 shares is rupees 300, that is debited to share forfeited account, and the balance amount, that is 75 rupees. Rupees 75 shall be transferred to capital reserve account. Okay, so now remaining 50 shares company will reissue at a later date, and at that time the company will pass the same journal entry at the time of reissue of remaining 50 shares. So the proportionate amount shall be calculated for 150 shares forfeited amount, and on issue of 150 forfeited shares the loss amount shall be adjusted. And same thing I had taught you using the formula, that is profit on forfeited shares reissued equal rupees 500 divided by 200 multiplied by 150 minus rupees 300, that is loss on reissue, and the balance rupees 75. So same thing you can understand in this manner also. Okay, this is how a problem is solved, and this type of one problem is very important. You need to practice some more similar sums. All of you watch it. You need to practice some more similar sums, and I have explained this problem referring to two different methods, especially when the profit is arising on the reissue of forfeited shares, and that amount shall be transferred to share forfeited account debit to capital reserve account with the help of this journal entry. And this fact, how this profit is calculated, and the calculation of this capital profit that to be transferred to capital reserve thing, I have explained in detail. All of you watch it, do revision, subscribe to the channel, like, comments on the topic, and share with friends. Thank you and Jai Hind.